Go live. We're going live in 3, 2, 1, go. So, okay, good day, everyone. Good day, everyone. And welcome to my, of course, the new look. Sorry. The new look, it's very, very interesting. So today I'll be flashing a custom ROM today, and I want you to do that with me live. I'll also be looking at the chat here in case you have anything. Of course, I'll be seeing the chat. So if you want to ask any question while I'm doing that, I'm thinking I should stay around not more than 30 minutes on this live. So you're gonna ask me anything. So this, first of all, why do I use custom ROM? I've been an Android lover since Android, just started, and I've become so accustomed to it. Of course, I still use iOS, iPhone. From there and there. There is iPad in the house. For people. For my kids, they use iPads for some of their learning. I think I like more of the learning apps on the iOS than I do on the Android, especially for kids. So that's the way it is. But I've come to love Android because of one thing: customization. That's part of the reason I've come to love Android, and it's important because Android gives you the freedom to do a lot of things you want to do. But when it comes to Android, there are different OEMs, there are different manufacturing, there are different type of stuff. So you still find it difficult to know, do I love Samsung UI? Do I like Pixel, stock Android? Do I like the mix of OnePlus, Oppo, or the heavy customization of Xiaomi, MyUI? So you still have all those combination of stuff, inside Android. So because of that, that's why I like using custom ROM. I still like to use custom ROM because with custom ROM, what you do is that you can choose all those things. The good thing in OnePlus, the good thing in Samsung, the good thing in, let's just say, Xiaomi. You just bring all of them in one phone, and it is absolutely amazing. It gives me the full control, when I'm using a custom ROM. So feel free to ask me questions. So I've been using this custom ROM. So I'm going to tell you important things about custom ROM. So I'm using this custom ROM called Extended. For this particular device, Elliot, which is Poco F3, it's this Snapdragon 870, and it's still as close, as powerful as what you get on the Pixel. But one of the things I realized is that the developer of this ROM have decided to stop development for this ROM, but I love it. Like, everything is perfect, and that's the problem. So if you're going to get Android ROM, the developer has to be committed, and this thing is free community. So it becomes difficult for the developer to always keep editing the repository, some releases, bug from the ROM side, from the device side, and everything. So it becomes difficult. So about 6-7 months ago, the developer of this particular ROM that I'm enjoying stopped development, and that means that newer Android updates and repository and other things that is happening, that this device might start having problem, and I've started noticing some lag, some things will not function well and all that, and it becomes important that I change it. But I was like, okay, let me change it, live on. Oh yeah, I want to change it live on on the camera so that some of you can actually get to really, really enjoy that. So the first thing you need to do is to find a custom ROM that you love, that have all the tools custom. But for me, it's customization. That's why I still use custom ROM. I like to customize everything from the okay, let me show you an example here, from the battery icon. So let me see whether you can see it. So from the battery icon to the display network meter, if you just look, if you can see that from the battery icon to the network meter to a lot of things, everything for me has to be customized. And that's the way I rule with Android. So the way my battery icon will look is different. The way everything just looks different, and the way I want it. I have upload, download meter that shows me upload or download. So all these things are the things. So for me to choose a custom ROM, I'll have to like which other ROM that can give me that same feel. You know, so those are the things I look out for. So this one is extended, but it's no longer supported for this. So if I'm going to go to the next ROM, I have to go to a ROM that the developer is committed to. I will support for a long time. You know, usually they get monthly updates, Android security updates. They just keep adding it to the custom ROM. So those are the beautiful. You get the latest Android security updates on that first week of the month that is released. You know, a week or plus, the developer will integrate it into your device and then push it out, and you get the best. You know, from that. So it's very, very, very important that we do that. So I've been able to choose. I've chosen 2 ROMs. Let me see whether I can switch my view a bit. Oh, okay, I don't know whether. Let me see whether I can. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so I'll just leave that. I'll just talk with you. So the first thing you need to do is to back up. So I think that is the most important thing. If you're going to do this, you need to back up. I can't say that enough. So this is the problem where it's frustrating. This phone is 256 gig and I've almost filled it up. So I'm always lazy to flash custom ROM nowadays because you just have to back up everything from your pictures, images, screen record, and all that. The good thing is that I use Google Unlimited to back up my stuff. So it's very, very key. So I know my pictures and videos are all backed up in Google Cloud. So I was like, okay, so what else do I need to back up? So if I go into this thing now, I'll have to go in and start looking for, let's say, my screenshots. So I would just go in. Normally, I do this with MS Player. So I actually like to back up with MX Player because with MS Player, I get to see exactly the folders or the files I need to copy, and I can actually share it from there right away from the MX Player. So where I have to really back up properly is my okay, I still need to share this. Something on my nearby. Okay, this one is on in my other phone, so I wouldn't bother about that. So my screen records is the ones I want to share. There are important screen records I have to go through. I have to go through my history and find out some important screen records that I really need to back up. Those are some of the things that are quite interesting for me. So the screen records, I'm going to check some of the screen records. In fact, what I do most time is I just in fact, why not me just, apart from the gameplay, I know there are some gameplay. What's this one? Okay, I have this, my AliExpress. So mind you, I'm doing a video on AliExpress dispute, how to handle it and then shipping and all that. So make sure. So I'm going to just pick some of those ones that are quite very, very important for me. I'm going to pick them and I'm going to share it on another folder and copy it. I'm just going to copy it out. I want to gather everything that I want to copy out. I just want to gather everything and then take it to a particular folder and then copy it out to my PC as backup. So that's important. In fact, this is the biggest problem for me. Why, whenever I'm planning to do this is the biggest problem for me. What are the things you are forgetting to back up? Some files hidden somewhere and somewhere. So I'm going to make sure I go copy all of them, put them in a particular folder, and then copy them, and then make sure I copy it out from the system. Because when I do flashing, I always do clean flash. So those clean flash means I'm going to wipe out everything in the phone. So that's just the thing. So I'll make sure that I copy out all my important screenshots that I probably was not able to record or to save. So those are the key things for me. I'm going to go check, is there any other important Okay, this one, I think I might, this one is DSTV stream. I think I've made a video about that one too, but I might copy it. So what is this one? Let's see. This is about internet speed. So those are actually the bigger problem that you have in, those are the bigger problem you have while you are doing custom. So that's why many people cannot, go on and keep doing a custom ROM, because you just have to keep on making sure you don't lose files. What I could have also done is to also put this folder in my Google backup. I think that's what I'm going to do after now. So I wouldn't want to forget anything on my screen record. So anything I'm not going to use as screen record, I'm going to delete it immediately, and then make sure I put my screen records to go and then store on my Google cloud. So that is important. So let's just go from that one. So okay. Next, you want to recommend using Stripe. Okay, I'm seeing some comments. When next you want to do go live? I recommend using Stripe. It will enable you to share your screen. Okay. I'm going to look at that. Thank you very much. Just guys, give me a minute. Okay, I'm back. My stream is stored in YouTube's. It's not video. Okay. Okay. Sorry, my network was. Okay, let me try and reply this. Thanks for the contribution. So somebody is actually contributing. What's the name again? The Great Institute. Yes, I'm going to look at that. Really, me being so lazy, in terms of maybe so lazy. means there are a whole lot of things I'm going to really miss out on in terms of this. I really it's quite I'm really going to I really need to work on the tools I use for my life. So the thing I also like to do is to copy the ROM. In this flashing, I'm going to flash 2 ROMs. I'm going to show you. I'm going to try and keep a phone stand. So when I'll be flashing, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep a phone stand here, and can I bring it up a bit? Sorry. So I'm going to keep a phone stand so that when I flash, I will leave it up here. So you get to see the phone, while I flash. So I think that could be a good thing that we'll do later when I start flashing. Okay, so is there any other thing I'm missing? I don't think there's anything I'm missing. So I've already copied to the system. The system is here. I've already copied all my files. I downloaded the ROMs. I downloaded 2 ROMs. So I'm going to copy it into the phone now. So my network is misbehaving. This is not good, man. My network has been very, very poor today, so I have no idea why it breaks. So please just bear with me. And today they're working on the network, and it's been funny. It's been funny over and over again. So let me see. Okay, so I'm going to copy this ROM. Normally, I try to download when I do this, I try to download the ROM inside the laptop because there are flashing. When you flash, you go into the recovery, it will tell you to format. I usually like to do clean flash, so I don't have any problem. So clean flash means you're going to wipe, after flashing the ROM, you're going to wipe everything or format the phone, and it will wipe everything in the user storage and a lot of things in the cache folders and all that. It's just going to clear everything up and then make sure that everything is clean. So I'm going to open up the phone now and drop the ROMs I've already downloaded. So I downloaded two ROMs. Where is it? So let me open it up. So this one, Superior Extended, is the one I actually wanted to use, but I downloaded Depth first because these ROMs are super customizable. So I also downloaded Depth first, and they have support. So Superior, I'm very close with the developer that is supporting for my device Superior Extended. That's kind of a mix. So I can talk to him directly. I can tell him, okay, I want this improved stuff in the kernel, in this, in the customization, add these features and all that. So it's wonderful to be in Android community. Even though Android community is dying now, if you are somebody who has been in Android community, I just don't know how to just back away and leave it, because I've been a senior member of XDA since 2014, and I've helped in the community, to contribute, to do some, development, but, family responsibilities and other things couldn't let me. But I really appreciate that community. Even though Google is making it difficult, that community is still alive and they're doing a lot. So you can get devices like the old phone I used 4 years ago. Redmi X2 is still getting support, from the Android community. And that's why people are shouting that Google said they will give 7 years of updates. Come on. There are Android phones they were made 7 years ago that is still receiving custom ROM updates to Android 13 and 14. So it's not like a big deal, that when they want to do that or that they cannot do that. It's not a big deal. It's just that many OEM have not committed to be giving that long years of updates because it's going to take a lot more resources and, cost. So maybe it's due to cost cutting why they don't do that. So let me, check out again. If you are here, drop the comments. And another error. Come on. Oh, my network. Why are thou like this? Okay, OBS. Okay, I think I'm back. Come on, YouTube. Okay. Okay, so there's going to be, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming and such. Okay, I'm getting the warning that my network is very bad. So, yep. But I'm going to continue. This is going to be fun. So make sure you hang on and stay with me. I'm going to try to see whether I can actually stream this on another device. So just hold on with me. Just hold on with me. Okay. There's no internet on that one. Okay, so let me check on this one. See whether I can see the YouTube live. Okay, of course I can see the live. So let me check how it's going. Okay, my connection is back. And that's good. My connection is back, that's good. And I just want to confirm on this other device how the connection is going. Okay, we are back, we're good. Okay, so I'm copying the folders. I've copied the Superior OS, so I'm going to copy, the next one is Depth first. So I also downloaded Depth first so that we can have two. The next thing I also need to do is to download the firmware, because each of these developers work with different firmwares. So they will test almost possibly everything, because I'm also a ROM tester. I've tested a lot of ROM. So in the group, we're going to use different firmware to test. And then if there is any bug or issue, we'll try to counter it with different firmware. So different firmwares for different region might react in different ways. If the developer feels from the logs and everything that this firmware is best for the ROM build and all this, and he will recommend that you use a particular firmware for this. And in depth first, I have the firmware here that I'm supposed to download, which is EU, and good thing that my device is EU, so that's not going to be a big problem for me to download the EU. Oh, come on, my network. Okay, I'm downloading something with this same network. I think I need to cut off downloading with this network. Maybe that's going to give me a help. I'm going to use my mobile data to download with this one. So let's see. Whew. So I'm going to wait for this network. Just talk to me if the network is allowing you to view anything at all. Just talk to me if you can. Let's see. Okay, the network is picked up. So this network has been doing drop, go up, drop, go up, drop. So please bear with me. Maybe I'm going to make a full video about this. And am I recording this? I'm not so sure I'm recording this. Okay, let's just go on. Let me check OBS whether I'm recording this. Ooh, I should have recorded this, but let me start recording. Let me start recording so that if there is problem here, I'm going to re-upload. This later for everyone to relax and watch. So I'm downloading the firmware. So let me show you instantly. So this is Elliott Group. So there is actually the zip here. So if you can see, I am. Come on, my camera is focused now on that place. Can you see? Okay, let me bend it up a bit so you can see it a bit. So I'm downloading the firmware. The firmware is not plenty, so I'm downloading the firmware so that after flashing a ROM, you're going to flash the recommended firmware. So that's very, very important. I'm also going to copy the firmware out of this phone because I'm probably going to wipe out everything in this phone and then start again. So that is a part of the challenges that we have with flashing phones. So this one is almost full, about over 200 gig. Over 200 gig of this is almost full. So that is the part of it. So I'm going to try as much as I can to. My network is very poor these days. I really don't know what's going on. But I'm going to try. Let me check the recommended firmware for because the one I want to flash first. Okay, maybe I'm going to flash. Maybe I'm going to flash depth first, and then if I don't like it, I'm going to flash superior. So whichever way, I'm going to do it all here live. So and then it will be interesting that you. Yeah. So it's quite interesting that we can do that. So while the firmware is downloading, let me check whether I have the firmware for the other one or I just want to save it. So firmware are very important because different devices have different region. Like you have EU, you have China, you have international, you have different when it comes to Android. So it's not just to have one. So each of them have firmware built for the location based on their modem, based on the frequencies, based on a lot of few things. So those are the things that actually required to develop firmware. So when a developer is making a custom ROM for a multiple phone, he's going to be able to choose which firmware really serves all the purpose of that phone, and then he's going to use it to flash and then do other stuff that he needs to do. Okay, so maybe I'm going to use this. Okay, maybe I'm going to use this stand so that I can hang the the phone, right across. I think I'm going to use that. So okay, my firmware zip is ready. So I'm going to save it right now. So I'm going to save it to the download folders. Now it's saved to the download folder. So I'm going to go and check the recommended firmware for what's it called? Superior Extended. So Superior Extended is from a developer that I really oh sorry. I'm just trying to copy something. Okay. So let me go back to the update Telegram group. So if you have an Android if you have an Android phone and you're not a part of a Telegram group of the Android phone, you are really missing a lot. So firmware is global. So the firmware this guy needs is global for Superior OS. So I'm going to try and download the firmware. So I'm going to Xiaomi. This is a Xiaomi build. So I'm going to go there and download Xiaomi update, download the firmware required for this one. Then I'll know that we are ready to start flashing. Maybe I can get started with the depth first straight, and while this guy is trying, I don't know why the network, both on the phone, mobile network, and my main network is not so good. So I'm going to start flashing with this. So let me get this phone stand, this handle stand, and then maybe with it I can actually show you my phone when I start flashing. That way I think we can enjoy it more. So I'm going to remove this microphone from this. And let me pull out this microphone. So I'm going to get this phone handle, and I'm going to switch. It's like it's coming back. Okay, so let me go to my downloads Telegram, and I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to copy this back to the folder. I'm going to copy it to the system just to have a backup. Okay, my network connection is back. So with this, I'm going to put in my phone. So don't worry. Don't worry about this. I'm going to put in my phone with this, and then we'll be able to keep going. I'm having breaks in network today. Then I wanted to do this. It's kind of unfortunate though. So okay, so well, this is going to be stressful for those who are viewing. Oh, my network is so poor. But let's see. So I'm ready. I'm ready to flash on issues when I flash it. So that's another thing that happened, when you flash custom ROM. So I'm going to go to the setting quickly. I'm not going to want to show you my password. Security. I'm going to go to screen pin log, and I'm going to remove it. 6. Am I supposed to call my password for you? I'm going to select none. So if you have a good look at it, you will see that it's asking me, I'm wiping out the lock. It's very important for devices that have some encryption issue. So I'm going to go in right now so for custom ROM, even the lock, so let me show you this. I'm going to raise this guy up a bit. So now that I have, this thing long pressed on the, it did long press on the phone and it got it to restart. So that's quite unfortunate. So that's the animation, start animation of the device. This is extended. Beautiful. So, but this will also show you that the, oh, I have to put in my SIM. Make sure you don't see that. Six, okay, so once I put in my SIM lock, you can see right now that the whole thing is open. If I press in the power button for it to lock, if I press it again, it opens, so there is no lock. So for custom ROMs, if I press and hold this, you will see option to reboot, advanced. So in this case, I'm going to press the advanced. That's what I'm going to press. I'm going to press the advanced, and I'm going to select recovery. So I think recovery is somewhere up here. So let me turn it a bit. So you gotta be sure. So right now it's going to reboot into recovery. I'm going to hide my face so that it doesn't focus on my face. So it's going to reboot into recovery. And then with that, it's going to go into, so some of you have not seen Android recovery before now. So we're going to do it. We're going to deal with depth first. I might just stop with the first one. So you see that, then I will now finish the second one myself. So it's going to boot into the recovery. So I'm using Orange Fox recovery project for this one. There's TWRP also, TWRP, which is still a great recovery. So this Orange Fox recovery is quite a versatile recovery. It's going to take time. There's nothing to decrypt again. So it's going to open straight away here and show me my folders and file. So it's very, very important, very, very important that we do that. So what I have to do right now to flash, first of all, you're going to flash the ROM, you flash firmware. Sometimes you might flash firmware first and then flash the ROM, whichever one you want to do. Flash the ROM, flash the firmware, and then reboot the recovery. And make sure you select the option to, save the recovery. So I'm going to go out. I'm going to stand from the other side so you guys can see it. So where those ROMs were downloaded is on my DCIM folder. I have ROMs there. So that's where I'm going to start with dev first. So dev first, I'm going to start with dev first. So there's an option for me to reflash. So there's an option for me to reflash. I always say reflash the recovery, because some ROM have their own recovery. So you just make sure you reflash the recovery after that. So that is very, very critical. So this is then where I'm going to go in and say, okay, I can actually add another one to the queue. I can add to the queue, tell it when it finishes flashing, it should flash the firmware. So that's just that. You can do it one, you can do the queue. So once you're ready, you just swipe here, let it start flashing, and then it will start flashing. So it's flashing the depth first right now. So of course, you're definitely going to get some information on the screen while it's flashing. So that's what we're doing now. So we're running the flash. Uh-oh. Sorry, our screen has gone off. So as you can see, it's still flashing. It's still flashing. So you can look at this thing here. Wow. It's flashing, flashing, flashing. Okay. Until rebooting. Okay. It's updating. It's reflashing the orange fox. Reflashing the orange fox. And then it's going to just flash the it's going to flash the, what's it called again? The firmware for this. So I can actually do it one by one. Okay, it's now flashing the firmware. If you can really see that, it's flashing the firmware now. And we have done. But you cannot reboot system here because you have to reboot to wipe out. So you're going to go back and then go to displays and then go to reboot option. And then you're going to select it to reboot the recovery up here. So you click on this and then it will reboot the recovery. Now let me come back. Let me come back to this side so y'all can see me. Who do we have? Okay. So you can see me. So we are rebooting now. So we are rebooting Orange Force recovery right now. As you can see, the Orange Force recovery is back up. And after that, we're going to, I don't know anyway, but I think my network is back okay now. So it was really, really bad today. I mean, there was a downtime in my network, fiber network, so they spent time working on it. So let's see whether the Orange recovery will just come up. Okay, Orange recovery has come up again. So what we have to do right now is to wipe or to format. So we're going to format it. So for some of you don't know what format is. So we're going to go to this menu now and we're going to go to here. Okay, we're going to go to this menu. We're going to go to format is at the top here. It's different. This one looks different. Format will wipe every data. I don't know whether you can see the warning. Format will wipe every data here. So you're going to manually type yes to confirm. So yes, it's going to clear this phone. Needed it clear. Now, even the wrong side downloaded and all that will be wiped out. So we're going to say yes. It's going to wipe everything. As you can see, it's doing the wipe. Fail to mount, fail to mount, fail to mount, fail to mount, no ROM, blah, 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 blah. MTP is enabled, invalid arguments. You're going to see some of those things when you are formatting data because there is a lot. This is about 200 and something gig of data here. So yes, so it has formatted. And right now we are going to reboot. So we're going to reboot to reboot system, no OS install. So sometimes you can get this warning because I flashed a lot of things, reflashed a lot of things without, formatting and restarting the system. But you can ignore it and then swiping for it to restart the system. So right now is the time we know whether what we did will work or not. We have to wait to see. This is the anxious waiting time. So I'm going to go back and sit down while you look at the screen. Good, we got a new ROM. So you can see now the animation of this one is new and it is depth first. So that's what it is. It is what it is. And it's important that we see whether it can boot. So one of the problems of flashing custom RAM is not just that you're going to lose information that you have. The other part is that you're also going to lose. The other part is, so this is the new ROM that is loading right now. If you don't do any backup, you're going to format. So we are loading depth first. So depth first. I want to flash another one, but maybe maybe I will not. Maybe I will. Maybe hear from you in the comments if you are here. Oh, my SIM card. Of course, I'm going to remove that. So I'm going to remove it and then put my SIM card pin, and then it's important that you have a SIM card pin if you don't already. So we're going to go in and then unlock this to see welcome to your Pixel. So we just flashed a new ROM. So now you're going to do the setup. You know, it's already picking my location. So it's showing my location. So let me go over to the other side and I'll be, doing that easily. So we're going to click on get started in case if you don't know what that means. So get started. I'm going to choose MTN for my communication. I'm going to call preference. I'm just going to say MTN. MTN. That's my main line. I'm just going to say set offline, continue. I just don't want to set up anything here. I just want to see free up space, use device location. I'm going to off this one. I don't want you to free up space for me. I have enough space myself. Send usage data diagnostics. I'm going to turn that off and then I'm going to accept. I'm going to skip putting in PIN right now. I just want the device to start. But if you want to automatically back up your data, yeah, you can. So that is the new system now. You can see it will just have the little stuff. This is just all it has installed already on it. So you now have to, download all the apps and all that and all that and all that to make it. But we're going to look at the system settings. So this is where you get the customization. So in this place, you get to customize a lot of things. Everything that you want to customize will be customizable from here. So that's the network is stable now. So I'm going to just round up here. Thank you guys who joined, and this has been wonderful having you here. And then I'm going to check out the whole details of this one, so you can see other things to do. There are other ones here. So yeah, there are other ones here. So it's been wonderful. My network is finally back to normal right now. And thank you for all of us who joined. And thank you very, very much for joining. So happy that you were able to join me. So let's end it for now. I might flash the second one, but I might do it live or find another device, or just do it this way. I think it's gonna be more interesting. Maybe I'm gonna stop this one and do the part 2 immediately, and that's just about that. So thank you. I'm gonna end the stream now. Till I see you in the next one. It's peace.